Hello, let's do Wordle for September 15th. We're going to spin our members wheel, see what we're starting with today. Ooh, okay. We are starting with Earth, suggested by Megan. Okay, well, let's load up Wordle here. There's Earth. All right. I'm going to put that A in the middle. Common letters we want S, L, N. I think those are the big ones. So something like sling seems like a really good option here. So let's do that. That was a very good option because it is along. Nice, got it in 3. Wow, slang worked out very well. Common letters are common, it turns out. All right. Well, not much to say about that one. I don't know if slang was lucky in the sense that like you want to get those common letters. The G was lucky maybe. But yeah, let's see what the bot has to say. So the answer was along, and I started with Earth. All right, there were 165 possible answers. It suggests clans. Interesting. A loin, snail. I'm actually really surprised that slang isn't here. Slain is, so it wants to get those vowels. At least one more vowel in some of these. All right. I still feel like slang was good. Well, it ended up being very good because there's only a long left. That was pretty much guaranteed. It would have gone clans and then along, so it didn't really make a difference there. Let's look at Saleh, which has a lot of has the A and the L, I guess. It's going to go Claire, and then it's going to go Olona, and then along. Olona. Interesting. There are 7 answers left, and Olona is the best. None of these are even all that useful, like known words. Aloud is the best one here. Or sorry, the most. Although I know aloud, aloha. I don't know gloam. So if we went aloud, that still gets us. Ooh, it gets us into an ALO trap. Aloha, along, and aloof. Interesting. All right. I wonder if steel is any different. Probably not. Well, it has a different suggestion here. Plica, bland, along. What's the first one? That's the word I know. Blank. No, sorry. Plica, pala, pluga, agila, dolia, madly. So what if we did madly? Then from madly we do flank, and then along. Okay. From madly there were 22 words left, and flank is the best. Makes sense. I would want to put the LA there. I'd want to use an N. So yeah, that would kind of line up with something I might guess. Plain is good too. All right, DU. We know we start with A, so it's down to 54 words just from that, starting with A and not having an I, E, or U. It's going to go for alter. It gets a lot of the really good letters, checks for repeated A. And then allow or alloy will then get us along right after it. All right, and audio should be a pretty similar result, except we get the O with it. So it's just going to get along in 2. Let me know if you got to in 2 if you're an audio player. I mean, there are a lot of words left, 36. It's just along what uses the most common letters. Well, maybe not even. I don't know. Aloft, aborn, alone. Not going for an E feels strange. I feel like alone would be one of my top choices. But then that gets you along as well. So along is a little better than alone, which surprises me because E is it's the most common letter. Anyway, last one would be trace. Trace tries to get it in 2. That's the point of starting with trace. It's only done it once so far. Nasal, and then a line or a long. So 50-50 for 3 or 4. Cool. Let's check the official bot, see how people are doing today. Might change as more people play. Skill 95, luck 61, a little bit under average, 3 instead of 3.7. It liked slang. It was a 91 for slang. And there was only one solution left, so I got it. So not much to analyze there. It would do slate agora along. Gets that G. 0.5% starting with along. So along is some people's starting word. I would use alone instead of along, but what do I know? Maybe alone's already been the answer. But anyway, it's not that common, but 0.5 is usually higher than the cheater rate. I wonder why Earth was my starter, which is a little bit more common, also at 0.5. Interesting. Well, we got an 8% ADU rate today. Maybe it's because we don't have enough Wordles in yet. 4.6% in 2. So 3 is a good 31% of people, 32%. And we're up to 70% on 4. And then 98.5% of people solved it. So we have a 1.5% failure rate. People are failing on a loan. Makes perfect sense to me, although should have probably gotten an E before that, but sometimes you're in some kind of trap where it's not all the ways possible. There is this ALO trap that people got into. So trying alone, trying aloof, trying aloha, trying aloin. Interesting. Among, so having the AONG and going, it's among. Oh no, it was an Among Us trader guy. All right. Cool. Well, don't need that. How'd you do? If you would like to watch the New York Times games, you can just click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.